that time I was sleeping at my home. It was 12:30 o'clock. Some people entered my house and they took me. I asked them, who are you? But they said, shut up, don't speak. So they took me and they blindfolded and also cuffed-handed. And also they put some cap on my head and also a blanket. So they took me in an undisclosed place, and after one night they took me from that place to another place and kept me in a tortured cell. There I spent 8 days. So after this they released me.
Were you beaten?
They abused me and they also beat me and they tortured me. So they repeatedly asked me some names, but I don't know. They say that they know you. I say, but I don't know them. It was very strange questions. When I remember, it was very strange questions.
Shehzad Akbar, you're the attorney for Karim Khan, as well as the attorney for other drone strike victims or families of those who've been killed. Talk about first what happened to Karim, talk about the case of his family, and then what it means to get word out.
I think the whole problem with drones is that the U.S. government doesn't really want to talk about what's really going on ground, because what Karim Khan's story and Rahman family story and so many other civilian drone victim stories tells us that these strikes are not precisions as President Obama would like to sell this to people in America, because this is what the human face of the victims is. And it's important that American people are told about who these people are. They are being targeted in the name of national security, because what we see on ground, that it is not really serving national security interest of anyone, be it United States or their ally Pakistan, which is the frontline state in this war against terror. And it's really counterproductive, and it's not really making any friends. Now, what Karim Khan's case is, it's a clear case when we do not ask questions and the governments are not accountable and they can do whatever they wish to do. The United States government, first of all, killed Karim Khan's son and brother in 2009, 31st December, and later on when he tried to raise questions and awareness through his legal cases, and many others joined his legal battle. What we have seen recently is that when he was about to travel to Europe to speak with European parliamentarians and parliamentarians in the UK, someone tried to stop it. We do not know who they were, because again, there is no transparency, there is no accountability. And the powers that be, they seem to be acting with complete impunity. We went straight into court when Karim Khan was abducted. The court took it really seriously. The civil society, media, we had full support of everyone. And by all these efforts, it was possible that he was released within such a short span of time. But I think the important message here is that if the voice is raised and the facts are brought before public and the court of laws, then there can be some difference. And Karim Khan's release in this short span of time is one example of that.
What is the case that Karim Khan has brought against the governments of Pakistan and the United States?
Well, there are two different cases. First of all, there is a case of wrongful death of his son and brother, and he's suing for compensation. The second case is Karim Khan is challenging U.S. drone strike program in Pakistan, and specifically alleging the act of murder on CIA station chief in Islamabad, because in 2009, the person who was CIA station chief, Karim Khan case says that he believes that this person is the main conspirator who killed his son and brother, who were innocent and civilians, and U.S. is not at war. Now, important issue on this case is that the Pakistani police and authorities refused to investigate and prosecute CIA officials in Islamabad. But what Islamabad High Court has recently declared is that they do have jurisdiction, because Pakistani police was claiming that they do not have a jurisdiction over a matter which happens in Waziristan, which is in the federal administrative tribal area, and that is outside the legal jurisdiction of Pakistani courts and Pakistani police. But the Islamabad court has held very recently, while actually Karim Khan was in captivity, that they do have jurisdiction, and the offense alleged is an offense of murder, and therefore they have to investigate, and in case of finding any truth to the matter, they have to prosecute the person.
I wanted to play a clip of the Rahman family, who we had on Democracy Now! This is 13-year-old Zubair and his 9-year-old sister. They were sitting with their father, Rafiq.
I had gone to school that day, and when I came back, I had a snack, and I offered my prayers. And my grandma asked me to come outside and help her pick the vegetables.
You were hit by this drone that killed your grandmother?
Yes, I had seen a drone, and 2 missiles hit down where my grandmother was standing in front of me, and she was blown into pieces, and I was injured to my left leg.
And Nabila, the 2 of you were not the only ones of your family that were injured as well. Could you talk about what happened to you, what you recall, and your reaction?
It was the day before Eid, so I was outside with my grandmother, and she was teaching me how to tell the difference between okra that was ripe and not ripe. We were going to prepare it for Eid dinner the next day, and then I had heard a dum-dum noise. Everything became dark, and I had seen 2 fireballs come down from the sky.
You all testified before Congress. You were one of the first people to do this. Rafiq Rahman, what is your message to America?
What I'd like to say to them is, please find a way to end these drones, because it's not only affecting me and my children, and it's not only because they were injured, it's affecting their future. I'm worried that the education will be disrupted and that they will not want to continue.
And have you ever been contacted either by U.S. government officials or by the Pakistani government officials to explain to you why this attack occurred?
Why your mother was killed?
I did communicate with the local political officer of my village and to find a reason and answer, but he was unable to give me an answer.
Have you been compensated for the death of your mother, for your children's grandmother?
No one's given me anything.
And Nabila, you're 9 years old. How have things changed for you since the attack? How's your going out again, out into the fields alone, or do you fear again other possible attacks?
Ever since the strike, I'm just scared. I'm always scared. All of us little kids, we're just scared to go outside.
Now I would like to play a clip of President Obama addressing U.S. drone warfare at National Defense University in Washington, D.C.
And before any strike is taken, there must be near certainty that no civilians will be killed or injured. The highest standard we can set. Yes, the conflict with al-Qaeda, like all armed conflict, invites tragedy. But by narrowly targeting our action against those who want to kill us and not the people they hide among, we are choosing the course of action least likely to result in the loss of innocent life.
Least likely to result in the loss of innocent life. Shahzad Akbar, can you respond?
President Obama is a great orator, but he has to support his argument with some facts, because if you look at what happened to Nabila, and you look at so many other cases which have not just been investigated by us, but many other organizations like Amnesty International as well, their drone strikes as double tap strikes. This is not a liberal rule of law favoring United States which go on and acts like double tap strikes or signature strikes. In double tap strikes, strikes, rescuers are targeted. That one, you attack one place and then you wait for rescuers to come and then you attack second time. You do not attack people on behavior and pattern and how they're dressed, how they look like, and then you make a guesswork of attacking people. So this is clear, and this all happened in President Obama's tenure.
Karim Khan, can you talk about the effect of the drone strikes in your area? How do people feel?
It destroyed everything. For example, our education, our health, everything is destroyed by these drone strikes. Our trade is completely destroyed, and our schools, our health institution, everything is destroyed by these drone strikes.
Explain further the way people respond. How often do these drone strikes happen? How often are people killed?
They attacked our mosques, they attacked our schools, they attacked our school children, they attacked our teachers. So everyone is completely, everything is completely destroyed by these drone strikes. If we see our forest trees are completely destroyed, our agriculture is completely destroyed. So everything is destroyed by these drone strikes, and people are turned to anti-America and anti-Europe due to these drone strikes. So everything is completely destroyed.
The United States, Karim Khan, says they are doing this to rout out al-Qaeda. What is your response to protect U.S. national security?
You see that in these drone strikes, they are not only targeted al-Qaeda or Taliban. They killed innocent people. For example, if they targeted or killed 70 or 80, up to 80 Al-Qaeda or Taliban leaders, they killed other innocent people. For example, they attacked my house and killed my brother and they were government employees. For the attack on my home, they attacked another home in my village. This attack was on a person who was his lower body was paralyzed. He was 6 years on wheelchair, and he was a driver by profession. They attacked this person and killed him, and also his son and his nephew and his cousin. So it's very strange. They are announcing that we killed commanders or any person who are from Taliban or from Al-Qaeda, but in fact they are killing innocent people and announcing that we are killing Taliban or Al-Qaeda members, but in fact they are killing innocent people.
Karim Khan, how does your community feel about the United States? How did they feel before the drone strikes? How do they feel now?
We don't know about America before these difficulties and these clashes so much more, but after these drone strikes and these difficulties, we say that they are criminal, they are cruel people, they have no such things about humanity, and they destroyed humanity. For example, small insects, flies have rights, but we, the Muslim, the Pakistani Muslim, and the tribal people have no rights in this world. They are targeting us, they are are declaring us terrorists before coming this world. For example, the 10 months Bibi, they killed her and they declared her a terrorist. So it's very strange and it's not good. And we, the people, are hate America and hate their forces and their people, and we are thinking that there is no care for human and there are no humanity in these people. So it's very bad on our part that they are killing our innocent people.
And Shehzad Akbar, what are your plans now in moving forward? Do you see any progress in your lawsuits and in changing U.S. policy?
I think these lawsuits, on one sense, are making some progress in a way that the number of drone strikes in Pakistan have gone down. Now we don't know that what is the real reason, but the fact remains on ground that the numbers have gone down. And since President Obama's last year announcement that there are going to be no more signature strikes, we have to still investigate on ground that if there are more signature strikes taking place, but they seem to definitely have gone down. In terms of the legal battle, I think the most important task ahead of us is to get some sort of justice for the civilian victims, because this is an issue which U.S. needs to address and cannot shy away from. Whatever strategic benefit President Obama thinks he has achieved, that is in the past now. And what is left for the future is the case of civilian victims. And according to Peshawar High Court finding, which came out last year, there are more than 1,400 civilian victims of U.S. drone strikes in Pakistan. Now, this is something which President Obama can ignore and leave it when he's leaving in 2014 from the region, or he can address it, because I think this is something which will be better for the future.
Karim Khan, will you continue to speak out? You've certainly gotten a very painful warning. Are you afraid for your life?
Yes, inshallah, I will continue this efforts till I get justice. I will continue these efforts.